want to move on to the markets. Amazon, I can't believe this, Amazon has hit yet another all-time high, the umpteenth of the year. Our next guest thinks, wait for it, he thinks it can go higher. His name is Joel Shulman, CEO of ER Shares. He runs the funds that invest in big companies. He's ranked #1 by the Wall Street Journal for its performance. This man on your screens right now is a hotshot. Ain't that right? And you think Amazon's going up from 1684 up some more?
I think it's going higher. By the way, the last time that the oil prices hit $100, stock market went up 32%. So
yeah, point taken,
yeah,
sir.
okay.
Point taken. Wait a minute. 1684, there's a price-earnings ratio. Don't buzz me, please. Please don't do that, because it's astronomical.
Sure.
And you think it's going to go higher still?
Yeah, well, it's been astronomical for a long time. I mean, it's been very high.
True.
But we have to remember that they have 30% sales growth margins. I mean, sales growth has increased by 30% over the last 3 to 5 years. They've doubled their margins in the last 3 years. They've increased jobs by about 400,000 people in the last 3-4 years. And they've got a lot of growth to go. I mean, there are other companies, they've gone up about 198% in the last 3 years and about 39% year to date.
But you think it can continue?
I think it has.
Growth rate continue.
I think it has continued opportunities. Yes, I own it now. I've owned it for 10 years. I'm going to continue to own it.
You've owned it for 10 years?
10 years.
Why don't you retire? You just hooked
maybe my shareholders will.
Okay. Well, so how high is it going? And give me a time frame.
I can't predict the final price. It's a stock that we've owned. We're going to continue to own it. We see clear sailing ahead. They've got the same management team in place for a long time. Jeff Bezos has kept the same salary for the last 10 years.
Is it going to $2,000 a share?
It may go to $2,000.
I don't want any maybe. Is it going to $2,000 a share?
It could go to $2,000.
And if it gets to $2,000, will you sell it?
No. I mean,
Okay.
they're an entrepreneurial company. We're going to stay. We're in it as long as the management team's in place, as long as the growth is in place, as long as everything's in place. We hold on to it.
I have to ask you about Netflix.
Sure.
Put it on the screen, please.
Okay.
There's another one that's gone higher and higher and higher. Keeps on going. It's about 370 today.
Yeah.
And you say it's going higher still.
Last time I was on the show was 333. That was 2 weeks ago.
And you did say it. That's right.
Yeah, and it's gone up 83%. It's up a couple 100% in the last few years, and I think it's going higher still. The profits have increased quite a bit, over 30% the last few years. They quadrupled the margins in the last 3 years. I mean, this is a company that's growing revenues, they're growing jobs for Americans, and they're increasing their margins by quite a bit. I mean, these are unusual companies. And by the way, these companies are growing. We have 100 entrepreneurial companies, large and small cap. They're growing almost 1 million jobs. 100 companies growing almost 1 million jobs for Americans in the last 3 years. And they're growing jobs by about 11% for small caps and about 19 to 21% for large caps. I mean, this is unlike Dow and the S&P companies. They're very unusual companies.
You know, I own a piece of Microsoft, small piece. You know that, don't you?
You told me at break.
All right, so where's Microsoft going? It's 102 now.
I don't own this stuff.
Oh, come on, you could have made your name there. Sir, thanks for joining us, Joel.
Thank you.
Great to see you.
Good to see you.